What if I told you the Titanic didn't just sink? It rewired the modern world. The year was 1912. The RMS Titanic, a luxury liner hailed as the most advanced ship ever built, set sail from Southampton bound for New York. It was the largest moving object on Earth, and the world called it unsinkable. But just 4 days into the voyage, the unthinkable happened. The ship struck an iceberg and sank into the freezing Atlantic, killing more than 2,500 people. You know the tragedy. But what you might not know is how much that one night changed the course of history. Let's start with global safety laws. Before Titanic, maritime safety regulations were incredibly relaxed. Ships weren't even required to carry enough lifeboats for everyone on board. The Titanic only had lifeboat space for about 1/3 of its passengers and crew because at the time it wasn't legally necessary to have more. After the disaster, outrage exploded. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, was created in 1914 and it's still in effect today. It mandated lifeboat requirements, emergency training, 24/7 radio monitoring, and regular safety drills, all because of the Titanic. We owe modern ship safety to that night. Then there's the International Ice Patrol, established in 1914 to monitor iceberg threats in the North Atlantic. It still operates today with planes, drones, and satellite tech. One ship sank. Yet the entire planet changed how it crosses the ocean. But Titanic's impact wasn't just technical, it was emotional and cultural. It marked the end of the Gilded Age, the illusion that man had conquered nature. Before Titanic, people believed technology could solve everything. Titanic was a floating palace, and its passengers included some of the richest people on Earth. But the ocean didn't care about class or luxury. It was a brutal wake-up call that reminded the world, we are not invincible. The media response was unlike anything before. The Titanic was the first global media tragedy. Newspapers across continents updated the public in real time through telegraph. The story ignited worldwide fascination. In fact, the Titanic's sinking laid the foundation for our modern obsession with disaster coverage, what some call disaster voyeurism. And the cultural aftershocks? Endless. Dozens of books, documentaries, conspiracy theories, and of course, James Cameron's 1997 film that grossed over $2.2 billion. It wasn't just a love story, it was a reconstruction of one of history's most haunting nights. But what many don't talk about is the Titanic wreck itself, and how it was rediscovered. In 1985, Dr. Robert Ballard located the remains of Titanic using deep-sea military tech. Since then, countless expeditions have visited the wreck, revealing how it split in two, sank over 2 miles deep, and has been slowly disappearing due to rust-eating bacteria. Debates began. Should we preserve it as a museum of memory, or leave it untouched as a graveyard? Some pieces have been recovered, others have been left, but even today, the Titanic lies silently in the dark, slowly dissolving, but never forgotten. Now here's the twist. What if Titanic had never sunk? Think about it. No SOLAS, no global standard for ship safety. Would we still be cutting corners with lifeboats and drills? Would we still assume nature won't fight back? And beyond laws, what about our cultural memory? No Titanic story means no blockbuster film, no disaster genre boom, and no shared myth about human pride versus nature. Titanic became a symbol, a warning, a humbler. Without it, would we be more arrogant about technology? Would we push boundaries even further? Titanic made us pause. It made us mourn. It made us change. Maybe without that tragedy, history would have gone unchecked. Maybe worse disasters would have followed. It's terrifying to think that one of the most devastating nights in history might have also saved thousands of lives in the decades that came after. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share with your friends. You can comment ideas you want to see for our next video.